Guys, there has been a brand new Fortnite season, which means the map has changed. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys 5 of the best Fortnite drop spots for competitive Fortnite this season. These drop spots can range from solos, duos, and trios. They are some of the best drop spots that I have personally landed at. They have really good positioning, rotation, mats, loots, layouts, all of that stuff. These are great drop spots. So, if you guys do enjoy this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Let's get this video to 20 likes. I am giving out free Fortnite drop spots here. I could not make this video and you guys would have no clue where to drop. So, give me some credit, hit that like button. Anyways, boys, let's get into it. Alright, so I know I said 5 best drop spots, but I do want to give an honorable mention to another drop spot that I think is very, very good, just isn't in my top 5. That being Crime City. I know it was popular 2 seasons ago. It was almost kind of too popular in the Lawless season, but now the population of this POI has kind of died off. So it's a really good spot to actually land at. It's pretty big. It has some good rotation with Predator's Peak. You can get a lot of loot from it, and you can instantly key into places like Canyon, Shiny, Foxy, and if you want to take a little bit of time, you can go Lone Wolf or Demon's Domain. It's a really good spot if you just kind of want to loot quickly and just go W key and, I don't know, win the game with 20 kills. So, I think it's a really good drop spot, but it definitely goes at the number 6 as an honorable mention. So, let me know what you guys think of this drop spot down below. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get into the real number 5 list I have. So, for the number 5 spot, you are going to be landing right here. It is a spot right next to Flooded Frogs. It's kind of this, like, little watchtower right here. And what you're going to do is you're just going to loot this... Holy crap. Okay, bro. Alright, bro. Alright, we get it. You're just going to go ahead and loot this place up as quickly as possible. And if you see anyone gliding, like let's say you hear someone gliding this way, you can obviously try to beam them out of the sky. But your goal right now is just to kind of loot this place up. I will say this spot is a duo-only drop spot. If you want to make this spot a trio drop spot, someone's not going to have a lot of loot, so you might be a little limited on that. Now, once you've looted up this spot, you have a lot of options to go for here. If you're wanting to W key, I recommend going straight into Flooded Frogs, killing everybody there, and then you can rotate through this little place, and then kind of zone dependent. You can go Supernova Academy to get a bunch of kills, you can go Lone Wolf to get a bunch of kills, you can then rotate through there and go to other POIs to get a bunch of kills. But if you want a W key, head to Flooded and head to Supernova and then just kind of key zone dependently or wherever you want to key. So if you're not looking to W key it, you have a lot of options. What I would recommend doing is going over to this spot right here. Not many teams land here, if any, no teams really land there, and there is a crap ton of loot over here for you and your duo. I mean, just from looting that spot, I have a pretty decent loadout, and going to here, I could definitely get my honest endgame loadout. Just maybe a little more heals and a little more mats. But you can go over here, you can loot up this entire spot. As you guys can see, so many chests. There's also a lot of, what's it called? A lot of mats over here as well. Oh, yes, I got base boost. Let's go. So, overall, this spot is a really good spot to go to once you've looted that. Then what you want to do is you actually want to go over to this little spot right here. Now, if there hasn't been anybody shooting at you yet, I didn't recommend you pop any of your shields because even though this spot has a lot of chests, going down here, you can get max shields and 2 pickaxes for you and your duo. So, I recommend going here, get your shield going, loot everything here. Then, once you have done that, you're going to go over to this spot right here. Now, I will warn you guys that there might be a duo or 2 here, so I recommend, you know, being a little cautious, but you're going to go ahead and loot over here. You're going to loot all of this stuff. If you need to, you can break Slurp Truck as well. This spot is a really good spot to, you know, finalize your loot for endgame. But once you have looted these 2 spots here, or I guess technically 3, then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go into this kind of swamp, kind of circle that I'm making here. You want to go in here, and you just want to loot basically anywhere you kind of can, I guess. This spot right here is really big. Oh, look, it's Dave. Dave the Dash, right. I just recommend looting really anywhere in here. As you guys can see, there's a pretty decent amount of loot right here. There's a lot right here. You can get a crap ton of loot just by looting up in this area. And you can also get your metal up by farming these. as well. And there's some other spots you can get your metal and up. And also, if you've gotten shot, you can obviously hit that slurp truck right there. Or slurp tanker, what? You can hit that slurp truck to get some loot. But once you've done all of that, the only thing you should be missing is max metal. And you're going to go straight over to this gas station right here. And you're going to go ahead and farm up to get max metal. Once you're done at this gas station, you should most definitely have max metal and max loot for both people on the squad. So, yeah, go ahead and loot the spot up. I will say, though, every time we went here in the Duo Victory Cups, there has been players here, so beware of that. There might be a player or two here that you might have to fight. But once you're done with that, it's really kind of zone dependent on where you want to go. If zone pulls kind of up here with like a northern zone, I know this is more northwest, but if this zone pulls either north or east, I would recommend going into resistance base. From here, going into resistance base, and then kind of like rerouting what you've already routed through all of here, going to here and ending up somewhere around here and then chilling. If the zone pulls south or west, I recommend going into shiny shafts, getting some more loot, and then if you want to, you can key into Crime City. You don't have to, you could go through here, and then I recommend ending up somewhere around here, and you're ready for endgame. So yeah, guys, that is the number 5th drop spot that I have. Just go here, loot here, loot here, loot here, loot this, loot here, and then either go into resistance base or shiny shafts and finish out the game. Let me know what you guys think about this drop. Let's move on to number 4. Alrighty, guys, the next drop spot I have is right here on the map. It is these houses right here, as you guys can see. So it's this spot right here. What you're going to want to do is you want to loot this entire little kind of houses areas up. I would just have it where each member of your trio just lands at one house and loots it up. This spot could give you a decent amount of loot and a decent amount of mats. But you're definitely going to want to rotate out of here to get some more stuff. I know you can get max wood and max metal just by going at this spot. And there's also a slurp truck right here, so don't waste your loot. Also, if you're conned by anyone, try to kill them quickly so you can make sure you secure all the loot. Because if other team lands here and you don't end up getting and killing them and getting their loot, you're going to be kind of screwed. Now, if you're trying to W key, here's what I would kind of recommend for you. So, loot the spot up super quickly, then you're going to hit the pad around here, go straight into resistance base. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to key into Lone Wolf Lair, and then it's kind of zone dependent. If zone pulls north, head Supernova Academy and then into Flooded Frogs. If zone pulls south, head into Crime City and then into Foxy Floodgate. But if you're not trying to W key, here's what I recommend. First up, loot up all this and loot up right here. There's also one of these spire things right here, which, one, count for surge, which is crazy. You can get surge from these. And two, you can also get base boost from these, which is the rotation this season. So definitely loot that thing up. Once you're done with that, though, you're going to want to rotate into this gas station right here using the launch pad right here. I know that I've said this. I know that the gas station was a part of last drop, but it's a very important gas station if you're on this side of the map because you can get some really good metal. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go over here and you're going to want to try to get max metal by farming all of this and looting up all of this. Now, once you've done that, it's pretty zone dependent on what you're going to do. But if zone pulls north or east, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to rotate up into resistance base, kill everyone there, you know, do your stuff, farm the metal that's here because there's actually a lot of metal, and then you're basically going to go up into here, you can loot, go up into here, you can loot, go up here, and then I would recommend finishing up around here and, you know, just chilling for endgame. This kind of does go off of last drop, so, you know, they're kind of similar. But if the zone ends up pulling south, you're going to want to rotate down into shiny shafts. This is where you can finalize all of your metal and kill everyone here. You're going to want to then go over here you know, go down here, and then if you want to, you can key into Outlaw Oasis, kill everybody there, and then I just end up, you know, going somewhere around here and just chilling for endgame. So this is a pretty simple spot, honestly. It has pretty simple routes. Just make sure you get to all the places if you want to secure all the loot, all the mats, all that stuff. So that is the number 4th spot. Let me know what you guys think down below. Let's get into number 3. Alrighty guys, this next drop at number 3 is personally my favorite. Now if you're wondering why it's not at number 1, it's because I don't think it's the number 1 drop spot. It's just personally my favorite, and that is the POI of Canyon Crossing. It's been here since Chapter 6 Season 1, and it hasn't really gotten a lot of love. This spot is a really, really good spot if you know how to play it right. So, there's 2 sides to this place. There is kind of like the building side, and there's the house side. The building side personally has a lot more loot. So, here's how I would split it up as a trio. One person lands here, one person lands here, the other person lands here. Now, because this POI is kind of split into 2, if anybody other is landing at the building spot, just kill them off rip. If anyone's landing over here, which it kind of seems like that's been happening when I've been dropping here, I would recommend looting this entire spot up because this spot has a lot more, I guess, loot than the house spot. You're going to have so much more loot than the other players on this spot. So make sure you loot everything up, then just go key them. It's going to be a pretty simple off-spawn wipe. I will also let you guys know that this building right here, there is a genuine chance for it to give you no loot. Like, if you, like, get that unlucky, you can get maybe a mini inside this entire building. So, be careful. Do not rely on this building to loot. There is, like, I literally just got 1 chest out of it. That's all I got. So, loot up this spot. Go key there. Now, if you're trying to W key to get a bunch of kills and you're landing at the spot, I recommend doing this route right here. You're gonna rotate from Canyon. You're gonna go up here into hit the pad of Predator Peak, go into Crime City, and then go into Foxy Floodgate. Now this is pretty zone dependent, but if the zone pulls kind of around southeast zone, you're gonna go over to Utopia City, key there. You're gonna go to Shining Span, key there, and then you're gonna go kind of through this route and end up right here for endgame, obviously, and you know, kill everyone there. But if zone pulls northwest like it actually ended up doing, you're going to take this route where you're going to go from Foxy, you're going to go over to here, kill anyone here, you're going to go to Lone Wolf, kill anyone here, hit the pad, go here, there's another pad that you can hit, kill anyone here, go to Supernova, kill anyone there, and then kill anyone over here in Flooded Frogs, and then just kind of go with zone. So, this spot is a really good spot for W keying if you hit all the POIs, but let's say you're not W keying, I have a really good route for you. But before I say this route, I do want to quickly mention, because I forgot to mention, make sure that you harvest this metal. Because if anyone else lands here, they will try to harvest this metal before you, especially if you're in a scrim. So make sure that you harvest this metal as soon as possible. Enough glazing the metal, though. Here's what you're going to want to do. Once your trio is done looting Canyon Crossing, you're going to go over to this thing right here, which is a spire. I talked about this, in the last drop, I think. I'm not 100% sure. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to take this. You're going to go over to this spire here. You're going to get base boost, loot all that stuff up. Then you're going to go right up here to Predator's Peak. You're going to hit the pad and go straight into Crime City. You know, kill everyone there, get some loot up. You don't actually technically have to go into Crime City if you don't want to, but you can. Now, this is kind of zone dependent on where you're going to want to go. If the zone pulls up here, kind of northwest, you're going to want to go into Crime City, and then you're just going to want to rotate. You can go to here, go through Shiny, go up to here, hit the pad right here, go into the gas station, and then I would recommend ending up somewhere around here-ish, and then you're basically done. That is just the route I would take for a northwest zone. But if you're going for a southeast zone, I would recommend going back from Crime City onto Predator's Peak, and then going into this mountain, because this place has a lot of metal and a lot of loot. You're going to hit the pad up here in Mountain, and, I mean, Demon's Domain is probably going to have some of the best players, so I would recommend, if you're not trying to W key, stay down here. Go through this side, go here, go to Outpost Enclave if you can, and then I would end up somewhere around here to finish to endgame. So yeah, that's basically the route if you're gonna not W key. Really good route in my opinion, and has worked in every single scrim that I have played so far. So I really like it, and I definitely recommend doing it. That is the number 3 spot, Canyon Crossing. Let me know what you guys think of that spot down below. Let's get into number 2. Alrighty guys, we are here at the number 2 drop spot. We have a pretty far drop, which is kind of good because this drop spot has a lot of explaining to do. I used to drop here back in Season 2, the Lawless season. So it's definitely a really good drop spot for a trio. And it's a split drop. So here's how it works. There are 3 buildings here. There are this building right here. There is a small little fishing building right here. And then there is a like metal kind of like underground area with a slurp truck right here. So each player is going to land it one building. If you really want to split it up, kind of how I did it, I had support land right here, fragger land right here, and IGL land right here, because some people actually tend to contest this area. Now I'm going to show you how to loot each and every single spot, but how you want to do it is, because this place has the most loot, once the support is done looting here, they're going to instantly go to my spot and loot scraps from here. Over here, the IGL is going to loot this entire spot, and then he's going to farm metal here. This place has a lot of metal, like genuinely a lot of metal. So mats are something that you can easily get here. The only thing you kind of suffer from is loot, but you can also loot up, you know, some other stuff. There used to be Demon's Dojo right here, so that was kind of where we ended up looting, which kind of sucks, but it's fine. So when you're over here, you're going to want to go ahead and loot this spot up. Get literally every place you can find. There's normally a chest over there. There's some chests right here. All that stuff. Now, if they, yep, they didn't patch it. Did they change it? No, they didn't. Okay. So you can get almost around max metal if you just harvest these bottom walls right here. So literally on every single side of the building, harvest the bottom walls right here, and you will manage to get around 300 to 400 metal. It kind of depends on your RNG and how much you get from the chest. So once you're done doing that and looting all that, there is a geyser right here that you can actually hit that goes straight over to that spot right there. So we'll hit that in just a sec, but let me loot this spot just if I was the support player. This spot is pretty simple. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to grab all these chests and everything, and then you're going to want to grab the fishing rods and actually fish for some heals. Try to get some fish and heals for the team. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go straight up to right here, and you're going to want to hit this pad. This, I guess, geyser pad, whatever you want to call it, will bring you straight into here. Now, I was the fragger on the team. Sorry, I got a Discord message. Now, I was the fragger on the team, so I always landed here, so I know how to loot this place, but you're going to want to loot this entire place down here. This can give you so much loot. There's tunnels in here that sometimes people will camp in. That doesn't give you much loot, so don't really waste your time. But you can also loot this spot up here, which gives you a decent amount of loot, and this place has max metal. If you loot all the metal right here, and then you go, let me find it. Oh my gosh, bro. I'm trying to record a video, chill. You can go in here, and you can genuinely get max metal, plus there's some metal left for your team. So you can basically get max metal with this POI, pretty good amount of loot, and it has really good rotation, because once you're done looting this spot, you're actually going to go ahead, the season that I actually dropped this spot, there wasn't the spire things here, this thing, so you can actually go and loot that if you want. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, this was like my first ever trio drop spot, so I don't really have a set plan for this, but I guess if you were to W key, you could go, like, into Utopia City. But kind of how we would work this spot, this isn't really a W keying spot. You guys kind of have to understand that, like, this spot is not, like, a W keying spot. This spot is mainly for pretty passive players, especially, like, if you're starting out. The reason why I put this so high was because, like, if you're not W keying, it's such a good drop. But you can finish getting max metal here, getting max loot here. Now, if you want to go ahead and W key, you can go into the Shining Spand area and go into Utopia City and key. But if you're not trying to W key and you're trying to play it pretty safe, you can actually go over here, and if they still have it, yes, they still have it. There is a ginormous geyser right here, so you can actually loot up the spot if you want. But you're gonna go over to this ginormous geyser right here, pop open, and kind of go zone dependent. So if the zone pulls over here, you know, hit this, go up dead side, or you can, you know, go into Utopia City. It's whatever. Now, one quick tip that I would recommend with the geysers is that if you go ahead and, I think I actually did it wrong. Yeah, I think I did it wrong. Yeah, I did it wrong. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to, like, kind of slowly glide down and wait for the geyser to, like, recharge again. And then if you get hit while you're in the air with the geyser, look at how much higher you can go. Like, I can literally rotate through... I can rotate over 600 meters, basically. Actually, I might be wrong on that. You can rotate around 500 meters. So, basically, just hit the geyser right here. Go Utopia. Go Pump. Go basically wherever you want. And finish out the game. So, it's not like a solid planned out drop spot. That's kind of for you guys to plan it out. But it's a really good drop spot if you're starting out and you want to do good. I don't know how I took fall damage there. But, yeah. Anyways, guys, on to the #1 drop spot this season that I personally think is the #1. Alrighty, guys, so we're currently flying to the first and best drop spot this season for Fortnite Competitive. But before we drop here, I do want to quickly mention that I have not mentioned Supernova Academy, Utopia City, or Demon's Domain. And there's a reason for that. Because they are pretty obviously the best drop spots this season. If I were to rank them, I would say Utopia City, Demon's Domain, and Supernova Academy. But, guys, they are going to be super popular, which means you're going to probably end up dying off spawn, or you're going to have to cook off spawn. So, yes, they are the best drop spots. Go ahead and drop there if you want. These are, the drop spots I've shown in this video are the best drop spots, not including the new drop spots. But, you guys can probably see where we're flying to. The best drop spot this season is Flooded Frogs. You probably didn't guess that was going to be what I was going to say, but it's actually a really good drop, and it's been a good drop for a lot of this season. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, I've been dropping here for a while. It's been pretty good. I don't really have super much of a set plan. But yeah, here's Flooded Frogs. It's just a POI. It looks like this. It's super simple. You can have like one player land there, one player land here because there is 50 barrels right there. And then you can have another player land in this main building right here. But yeah, so just loot it up, you know, fight anybody here. Off-spawn fighting here can be a little bit of a mess, but it's definitely rewarding once you finish. Now, here are the secrets of this drop spot that not many people know. They are actually really, really useful. So, obviously, you have the loot here, you have the layout here, you have everything here. But something that a lot of people don't know is that these little things right here give you 43 metal each. And almost every single sewer, like, hole, there is one of these. So, basically, you can get, like, genuinely one of your players can get max metal up here, which is something that this spot really struggles with, besides this right here. So, just harvest that, and you can get a crap ton of, what the heck that bounces you? Metal. So, make sure you do that. The other secret, which wasn't really a secret for a while, but people don't really know that it's actually still in the game. If you end up breaking this rock right here, there is a secret little tunnel that you can go into. You obviously get some barrels right here, but if you break this rock as well, you get 2 chests and a lot of barrels, plus you can go out here. Now, I will say, every time we've dropped here, it's been very annoying with someone camping under here and hitting the porta potty. So if someone is doing that, just have someone be set right here, have someone be set right there, chase them into the porta potty, and then obviously someone will be right there. They'll come out and they'll die easily. So you can obviously catch someone here. But yeah, overall, this is just a super good drop spot, plus the addition of a lot of metal with obviously these things that I've told you. and that little secret area right there. You basically don't even have to waste any of your shield if you end up utilizing all the barrels in the spot. But definitely a really good spot. It also has really good rotation because you can go right over here and hit the pad right here. And there's a spire right here where you could get Surge. It's also right next to Supernova Academy. If you want to go ahead and key Supernova Academy, you can easily do that as well. You can key Lone Wolf, you can key Brutal. Overall, just an amazing drop spot for W King. You don't need, even if you aren't W King, you can easily go through here or go down through here. This spot is a very, very, very good POI spot in my opinion, and I would definitely say this is probably one of the best drop spots all chapter and one of the best drop spots this season. So that's why it is going to be my number 1 pick. So yeah, guys, that is the top 5 best drop spots for Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 3. Let me know what you guys think of the drop spots down below and which one you are going to be choosing. I will give you guys a little bit of a leak. I'm gonna be going canyon crossing. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys go and hit that like button. Let's get this video to 20 likes because I just gave you guys technically 6 of the best drop spots this season. Subscribe so we can hit 5K subs before school starts. I know it's a long stretch, but I think we can do it with your guys' help. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Now, here's a little gift for watching till the end. Here are 2 drop maps, technically 4 drop maps I have for the different. So if you are going to land at this spot right here that I told you about, I think this was my second pick or number 4th option. This is a good drop map for non-W King, and then this is a good drop map for W King. I did have a drop map for this drop spot right here, but I lost it. It's somewhere in our Discord chat. And then if you want a really good spot for canyon crossing, here is what I recommend for non-W King, and then here's what I recommend for W King. So yeah, thank you guys for watching till the end of the video. There's you guys' drop maps. Let me know which one you guys are going to be dropping at down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.